Let's talk about how we put this one together. This draw your initials or draw your name. And so what I'm going to show you is how I drew the V. When I'm not going to show you the V, the E, and the X. You'll kind of get the idea of how it all works through this. But I want to kind of give you some a hint, basically, kind of show you my coding for how I put it together to draw the V. And so, as you know, in the art canvas, your robot starts here in the middle. Now, if you want to start drawing here in the middle, if you've got a couple initials you want to draw, that's perfectly fine. I knew I wanted to get 3 letters on the screen, so yeah, it was going to take some time. So I needed some room. So I thought, well, I'll just get it up and out of here. So I'm going to go up 800 millimeters. It's 1,000 to the top, it's 1,000 to the bottom, it's 1,000 right and 1,000 left. So I didn't want to go all the way to the top. So I got it pretty daggone close and I went 800 millimeters up. And you can see by my first block that I drug in, I'm going to drive forward for 800 millimeters. Then, because I need to get it over here in this corner, I'm going to turn it left 90 degrees so that it drives over here. And then I need it to, or once it turned, then I need it to drive 800 millimeters to get it almost to this edge. So it's going to wind up in this corner right here. At that point, I'm ready to start drawing, right? So I'm going to come over to here to my looks category, and I'm going to drag my pen in, move robot pen down. So that's obviously what I kind of dropped into there. Now, if I turned 90 degrees, it would point straight down, and it's hard to draw a V because, yeah, as you know, a V comes in at an angle. So I turned it 110 degrees. Now, how did I come up with 110 degrees? I'm going to be honest with you, I did it trial and error because the odds are you're going to have to do it trial and error to get this one done. Normally, if we were in the classroom, I'd probably hand out a bunch of protractors. We'd figure out the angle and go from there, figure out the degrees that we needed to go in, and kind of go from there. But since we don't have access to the protractors online, or if you have one at home and you want to come to your screen here and figure out the angles, go for it. Otherwise, you may have to do a little trial and error with this number to get it to turn in the right direction. So my pen is down, I've turned it in the right angle, and so I'm going to go forward 800 millimeters again. So basically I'm going to draw this big V through here. And then I need to come back up on the V. Again, trial and error. I turned my robot 140 degrees to get it to go up, and then I drew another 800 millimeters, okay? So this is what it looks like when we drive it. It's going to take off. It's going to go near the top of the screen, but not all the way. It's going to come over to the corner, and then it's going to turn 110 degrees and start drawing. And then it's going to turn 140 degrees, and it's going to draw the other part of my V. Now, the E came in next, but we need to move over to the E. I don't want to draw, otherwise it's going to look kind of junky. So I go back to my looks. I go back and I get my robot pen, right? Except I want my robot pen to go up because I don't want to draw. And then I moved over a couple of frames and probably about 200 millimeters or so. I had to go to an angle, right? I had to get my angle back. Well, it's not a full 90, okay? My degrees forward were, if I can find it over here, there it is. And again, through trial and error, or if you have a protractor at home, go for it. My degrees to get this here was a 70-degree angle. It wasn't a complete 90. And then I was able to move forward for 200 millimeters. And then as you will, I don't want to start this video again. It then moves it and comes over here and gets itself ready for the drawing of the E, where I once again came down. I have to put my pen back down. You kind of see the concept here. Kind of walk it through, and then it will start drawing your E. All right, good luck with this. Have fun. Take your time with it. You've got till next week to get this thing turned in. So take your time with it and have fun. Take care. Bye-bye.